So here we are then for the finale of this series, the F1 2017 modded career mode, where we've been driving this McLaren Renault fantasy mod all season long. Here to the very end of the season, a wet race in Brazil and then another race in Abu Dhabi for the finale at the Yas Marina circuit. But nonetheless, let's get back to the action here at Brazil. We're in P6, starting from P6 on the grid, and we've had a pretty poor start, you know. It's the wet race, we're not doing too great and are struggling, as you'll see, at the start of this race with the sort of light rain conditions. So we're on the inters, but you know what Brazil's like, it can throw up some interesting curveballs. But lap number 5, we actually go purple in the final sector, so I'm starting to find a bit of rhythm. The track's actually starting to dry up, as you see, because we skipped all the way to lap number 5, where you can see the rain is a lot lighter and there's not as much standing water. So you know what, I'm going to head it into the pits, end of lap number 5. We're going faster and faster and faster, and people have followed us in as well, and a few cars ahead have come in, and our teammate is also in the pits. So let's hope we don't get held up, as we want to throw on the super soft tyres. I think everyone else is going for the soft tyres, so this is going to give us a chance to gain on the rest of the pack. You see, just coming out ahead of is that Grosjean in the Haas. So with super soft tyres, everyone else is on soft tyres, so this is going to be an advantage. I sort of risked it because I thought if it stays dry, I could probably like drag these around to the end, or we could pit again and go for another stint. We don't have to throw on the softs because it started as a wet race, or bank on the weather turning bad again and then going for like inters. But nonetheless, we are here P6 on super soft tyres, everyone else is on soft, so we're going purple and we are putting in some monster of a lap. And because it's actually raining and it's getting dry, our confidence is growing every single lap. So you know, this is going to be quite interesting to see whether we can sort of, you know, pick up the pace and put in fastest lap after fastest lap and then take the tyres to the end, or will the weather turn? But as here you go, you can see we're setting a 1:15.4, fastest lap of the race, and we're catching up to this pack. And this pack is the front pack, and it's apart from the leader, I think the leader's gone, but our teammate's leading this pack, and it's bunched up. So this is going to be a chance to pick off our cars and get as many positions up the grid as possible. So let's see, starting with Kimi Raikkonen, our championship rival. I think if we beat him here, we should have enough points to take the championship. So actually it's a championship race, and that's a championship move on Kimi Raikkonen down the inside. Nice simple outbraking maneuver, so we're ahead of our championship rival, which means we could take home the championship today. Here, a race early for McLaren, but then we've got the Constructors' Championship to worry about as well. But Fernando Alonso is next up. Hopefully he won't put up much of a fight as we go purple again by half a second, over half a second in that sector. We've already got lap times down to 13.2, but it's going to come down to probably 1:12 something, 1:11 something maybe, as we go past Fernando Alonso, who shouldn't put too much of a fight. He's given us the DRS for this run now, and Lewis Hamilton's next up on the soft tyres. We go 1:12.5 lap time coming through turn number 1. A bit of a small lockup, but we get away with it in rich mix, and we're just pumping fastest lap after fastest lap right now. Sebastian Vettel's next in the other Ferrari. It's going to be crucial we get ahead of him. And I believe the Mercedes were coming back into the fight for the championship. We go 7/10 purple in sector number 1. We are setting fastest sector after fastest sector and fastest lap, getting out a bit wide, but it's not going to cost us too much, as we're more going to lose time stuck behind Vettel and Hamilton. So can we get a move done on Sebastian Vettel? Oh, no, I thought I was going to go up the inside there, but no, we're not doing that. Trying to sit in behind Sebastian Vettel. We'll hopefully pick up the DRS again, and that should help us put in another fastest lap. And that is the aim. Keep pushing, and I think there's spots of rain on track again. You can see I've got the wet tyres ready, but I might have to change that to inters. But we're still 0.6 of a second up. But you can see there are spots of rain, and I'm struggling to put the power down though. So it looks like the rain might be coming back, or at least through that sector which isn't good, as we have to accelerate uphill onto this straight. So we're picking up the DRS. So we're going to go purple again. We should do half a second purple again, a 1:12 flat. I was hoping to break into 1:11s. Coming to turn number 1, a bit deep there. Vettel's alongside us still. Can we get past him? Sebastian Vettel, can we get back past him? This is the replay as we came into turn number 1. We went deep, allowed him to switch back, and The thing is, did he manage to stay ahead of us? No, he didn't. We managed to keep ahead of him. So there we go. Hamilton's next up, but you know, I'm going to gamble. I'm going to come into the pits, and Vettel's coming to the pits as well, and he's smashed into the back of us. Like, what is he doing there? That's just going to cost him another pit stop, really, if they don't change it here. The way that Codemasters program it, because you have to come back into the pits then, because you can't change it once you're in the pits. It's pretty stupid, because in real F1 they would. But there you go. He's lost half of his front wing, so that's going to hinder Ferrari once again in the constructors. It's been really poor end to the season for both top teams, Ferrari and Mercedes. We get held up there by Vettel, but he's just gonna have to pit again. But as you can see, everyone else gone to intermediate tyres. I've gambled to gone for the wets. Is it going to be wet enough, or is it going to keep getting wetter? I was gambling on it getting wetter. I don't know why. Thinking back and me watching myself do this, why did I do this to myself, you know? Why did I do this? Why was I going into this? I don't know. I tried to, you know, go against the norm, but as you can see, we're sort of struggling a little bit. Hopefully, we should be alright. I mean, it's hard to call right now. We just have to see how Daniel Ricciardo, if he catches up to us, and it does look like Vettel's pulling away, so this could be pretty bad for the championship, especially if we want to win it here. As you can see, getting a bit of correction. You can see the rears are lighting up there. As you can see in the bottom right, they've gone orange, and through this sector we're going to struggle. And oh, look at that, so slow, tiptoeing, and Daniel Ricciardo is looking for a way past. So for now, we screwed ourselves over, but who knows, in a couple of laps time it might go heavy again, and that will allow us to stay out on these tyres. But it's whether they've worn too much by then. It's just hard to call here, especially here at Brazil. It always throws up some random weather situations, and you can see, let's see, oh, 146, that's real slow even for like intermediate and wet conditions. As you can see, losing the rear end, and Daniel Ricciardo just tiptoes past and just skates off. And we're struggling to put the power down. As you can see, our teammates there, we've lost so much time. Look at that. This is just embarrassing. We've completely chosen the wrong tyres. We could have thrown away the championship at this race here. Look at this. We still got about 4.5 laps to go, and we can't even keep it on the track. But I was so determined, like, do you pit and then don't get any points at all? I stay out, try hold them up and defend, and that's what I've been doing. I've stayed out. It's starting to get wetter, but as you can see, intermediate tyres, look at there, there's about 7 cars behind us trying to queue up to get past. We're losing the rear at every single corner. We've got Verstappen behind and Alonso just ahead of us, so Alonso not doing too good for beating Kimi Raikkonen. And look at that. This could cost us the World Drivers' Championship at this race here today. But Verstappen's just in behind us. He's going to be looking and getting real frustrated here as the Force India goes alongside as well to try and get past. I mean, look at this. The Force Indias are getting frustrated. Red Bull's getting frustrated. The Renault's getting frustrated. Everyone's getting frustrated, sat behind me, holding it up. But, I mean, they've got the fresher tyres. They should be able to overtake. I was just holding the racing line, going a bit defensive, you know. And there we go, the Force India could have gone around the outside there. But we're on the final lap of the race. Valtteri Bottas has taken the win. Raikkonen's going to be up there, I'm presuming. But if we can keep it in 6th place, we still might have our Drivers' Championship hopes alive here at Brazil, doing it a race early, which is what we want to do, secure the championship as early as possible. But Verstappen, and look at the queue, we've literally got the rest of the grid behind us. If you look in the bottom left corner, you can see the minimap. If we just go off at the final corner, everyone could go through and we get no points, which is not what we want. So we're just braking nice and early, try and accelerate up the hill. It's starting to get wetter, which is making it a bit easier, but we're still struggling. And it's whether Verstappen can get past, but it looks like we might be safe, and we might still be in with a chance of taking the World Drivers' Championship here in this MotoGP Career Mode from McLaren Renault. We might have a chance. We're just going to have to wait and see how we do in terms, well, how Raikkonen does in terms of it's down to him. But we've managed to take the World Drivers' Championship here in this MotoGP Career Mode right in the middle of the episode. So the next race we can focus on constructors, use some teamwork and try and beat the Ferraris and Mercedes to the Constructors' World Championship. And let's just see, Raikkonen got 3rd there, so 1-2 for Mercedes is going to bring them right back into the mix. You can see we've taken the win by 36 points. Hamilton's in 2nd. Alonso is still in 6th, but he's right behind Vettel. So Vettel's had a poor end to the season here. But let's get into the Constructors' Championship. It should change now. And there we go. We are still in the lead by 10 points. Mercedes have come up into second place. So all of a sudden, a late charge, a late 1-2 from Mercedes. A poor result for Vettel again. And that leaves Ferrari 20 points behind. Mercedes 10 points behind. But here we are then for the next race at Abu Dhabi. And starting from 9th place, we had a pretty poor qualifying. And here we are then. Let's do this here at Abu Dhabi. Starting from 9th on the grid. You can see Hamilton's in 8th, so not great for him and the Constructors. But Alonso should be a bit further up. Ricciardo up there. Bottas is leading the way. The question is where are the two Ferraris? They look like they're in 2nd and 3rd, and we're up in front of Hamilton. But Verstappen holds us up, and Hamilton comes around the outside. It's going to be crucial, especially with Bottas leading the way. It's our responsibility to get ahead of Hamilton up the inside. Get ahead, keep it ahead. He's still on the inside. There we go, keep it ahead of Hamilton. There we go. So Hamilton's out of this battle unless he can catch up. So we've got to try and push on past Verstappen and keep Hamilton in the low end of the top 10, because that's really going to help us out, especially because Mercedes are only 10 points behind. And the fact that Bottas is quick round here, and he's leading the race, and the two Ferraris are in 2nd and 3rd, but it looks like Vettel's dropped down a bit. There's our teammate going for a move onto the Ferrari, so Alonso knows the drill. He knows what he's got to do. He's got to get past the Ferraris and the Mercedes. He's up for a good Constructors battle. We are as well. We've got to keep it ahead if we want to keep the Constructors Championship hopes alive. So Hamilton's still behind Verstappen. We're ahead of Verstappen there. I was concentrating on everyone else apart from us. But here we go. Here's what happened to Alonso on his first lap, coming onto this first long straight. And as you can see, he's behind both Ferraris, but he's got the double slipstream from them. And I don't know why the other Ferrari isn't it tucked in the slipstream. He's just, I don't know what he's doing. He's going for a move. But Alonso outsmarting them both. Who's that? Raikkonen getting a bit frisky in the braking zone. Alonso up the inside, trying to get up the inside of both of them, but you know, Raikkonen was just too good there. Alonso around the outside of Vettel though, and he managed to put the power down and get nice traction out of there. So Fernando Alonso doing absolute bits for McLaren and our team. So let's see what we can do. We've got to start pushing, and you can see Hamilton is right behind us. He's ahead of Verstappen now. So we've got to keep on pushing and try and get past this Force India, who's really come into its own. This car's really come into its own towards the end of the season. The Force India, they're getting some good results, and we go late on the brakes up there, and it looks like the Red Bulls are in the mix as well towards the end of the season. So it's going to be tough. Where are we going to go next season, if we even do another season of this career mode, that is? But obviously we've got to pick a team. But anyway, trying to get past the Aston Martin Red Bull car. Here we go, going up the inside there. And we got the job done. Had to wait and see if we could make the move stick, and we've come into the pits on lap number 5, so a lap early. We want to get some new rubber on the car, and we're going to go for an undercut. That is the only way I'm going to try and catch up to the Ferraris, get ahead of them with the undercut, and hold them up on the last few laps when our tyres go compared to theirs. But let's see what Fernando Alonso does in terms of pit strategy. It's going to be interesting to see. But anyway, lap number 7, Fernando's in the pits. You can see the yellow dot on the bottom left mini-map, and we're coming into turn number 1. Can we jump Fernando Alonso in the pits? I don't think we can. He's out already. Who's ahead of us? Verline's ahead of us, so we should be able to get past him. Vettel's behind us, so we've jumped Vettel in the pits, which is crucial. The question is, where is Kimi Raikkonen? And it looks like, is that him or is that Fernando? That looks like it might be Fernando. I can't quite tell on this mini preview. Yeah, that's Fernando. So if we can get past Verline, which we should do here, nice and easy on the straight, we should pick up the DRS and DB2 rich mix. Keep on pushing, and we're starting to run out of fuel. We've got less than a lap of fuel, so got to be cautious of that. Verstappen's ahead of us, still yet to pit. He's going long on those ultra soft tyres. Seems to be working for him. He should come into the pits now, yes. So we don't have to overtake him. Alonso next up, but where's Kimi? Where's Kimi? This is crucial. Where's Kimi and where's Bottas? I presume Bottas is leading the way. So if we get past Alonso, I'm not sure if we will be able to. I mean, we're right up behind him now, actually. At the end of lap number 8, as I say that, we go purple. So here we go. The two McLaren drivers going to go for a teammate battle, are we? Hopefully not, but it looks like Raikkonen is just ahead of Alonso and Bottas leading the way. So that would be good for us. I think if we get 3rd and 4th, we should be able to keep it ahead, because Vettel's behind us and then Hamilton's even further behind. So I'm just trying to work it out in my head, like, you know. We're going purple though, but for now, which is all we want. The two McLaren drivers going quick, but can we catch up to Kimi and Bottas? That is the question. Bottas is clearing off, so I think a win is written off here. But maybe if we don't get into too much of a battle, we can catch up to Kimi Raikkonen. But if we can just clear Alonso here, he's gone a bit defensive, which I'm a bit surprised at. You wouldn't want to be putting up a fight here for a constructors battle. We go around the outside. We need to put an end to this fight now. We can't lose too much time. And there we go. You can seize the position. And Kimi Raikkonen is in second place. Lap number 12 comes the end of lap number 12. It looks like Raikkonen's been catching up to Bottas, you can see on the minimap. We go purple last sector, but we're a 10th off our best overall time. As you can see now, coming to the end of this race, you can see it looks like Raikkonen and Bottas going for a battle. Raikkonen's going up the inside for a move to try and take the lead of this Grand Prix. You can see us in the background there. So the more they battle, the closer we're going to get. And it looks like Raikkonen's ahead. But if you take a look from on board with Bottas, he was stuck on the outside, tried to hold it round there. But Raikkonen just had the better line through there and he came out on top. So as you can see now, coming around the final few corners, you can see Kimi Raikkonen's leading the way. Bottas is in second, we're in third place, and Fernando is in fourth, so it should be enough to bring home the Constructors' Championship as well as the drivers, which you already brought home. So let's see if this has been a really good, successful season for the McLaren Renault team. So let's see. As you can see there, the results. Hamilton, Vettel just behind us, 5th and 6th, so it's going to be real tight here. Let's see what happened here. Let's see if... because of Kimi Raikkonen won over Bottas, will Ferrari get ahead of Mercedes? Where will we come? Let's take a look. Here we go. So Kimi Raikkonen second, Hamilton third, Bottas fourth. Here we go. So we came out on top by 9 points. Ferrari have lost out to Mercedes after leading them the whole way. There you go. So obviously we've got a contract event. I'm not sure if we're going to do another series of this. So let me know down below in the comments if you want to do and see another series of this career mode. Add some more mods in and stuff like that, but I'll do a poll as well on the cards, so let me know in the comments, let me know on Twitter, let me know on the poll, and for now I'll leave you with this and we will see you in the next episode.